Do you ever find yourself waking up in the middle of the night to use the bathroom, struggling to get a good night's sleep, and just generally feeling tired all the time? You might think it's just a part of getting older, but what if I told you that some of your nighttime habits could actually be the reason? Seemingly harmless things that, night after night, are quietly affecting your prostate health. My name is Dr. Edward Langley, and I'd like to spend a few minutes with you, because what I'm about to share is very important. Prostate enlargement isn't always just about the passage of time. Often, it's made worse by routines you might not even realize are harmful. These routines can cause inflammation, put pressure on your bladder, and disrupt your sleep, leaving you feeling exhausted, irritable, and unsure of where to even begin to make changes. The good news is, there's a solution. Simply understanding the 7 most common bedtime mistakes can really transform your nights. Be sure to stay with me until the end, because I'm going to reveal the most dangerous habit of all. It's one that almost nobody notices, but correcting it could be a real game changer for your overall health. Before we get started, I'd love to connect with you. Please leave your name and the city you're watching from in the comments below. It's always a pleasure to know who's joining me. If you find this information helpful, I encourage you to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss our weekly tips. And of course, if you have any questions about men's health, especially concerning the prostate, please write them in the comments. I'll be reading them all, and I'll use them to create videos that truly help our community. So, let's get right to the first nighttime habit that could be harming your prostate: drinking too many fluids close to bedtime. We all know that staying hydrated is important, but timing is everything, particularly for men over the age of 60. At night, your body's natural rhythm slows down, and that includes how it processes fluids. If you drink water, tea, or even take your medications with a full glass right before bed, your bladder is forced to work overtime. For those who already have an enlarged prostate, this extra pressure can be especially harmful. The result is often multiple trips to the bathroom, which disrupts your sleep. And here's the really important part: every time you wake up, you interrupt the production of essential repair hormones that help reduce inflammation and regenerate prostate tissues. So, poor sleep doesn't just make you feel tired, it actually sabotages your body's natural healing process. Many of my patients think that a warm cup of tea is relaxing, but they don't realize the price they pay later on. The solution isn't necessarily to drink less water, but to drink it at the right time. A good rule of thumb is to hydrate well during the day and then drastically reduce your fluid intake about 2 hours before bed. If you take nighttime medications, talk to your doctor about the best time to take them. An empty bladder allows your prostate to rest, reducing irritation and helping you get deep, restorative sleep. My friend, if you're still with me, it's because you take your health seriously, and that's already a huge step in the right direction. Type 1 in the comments to let me know we're in this together. And speaking of habits, the next one I'm going to talk about may seem completely relaxing, but it can actually reduce blood flow to your prostate all night long. Curious to know what it is? Let's find out now. Habit number 2, the ritual of watching TV in bed. It might seem like the perfect way to unwind, but it can be a silent enemy to your prostate. This happens for a couple of reasons.
First, Zirkulation.
Lying in the same position for too long can reduce blood flow to your lower abdomen. Less blood means less oxygen and fewer nutrients for your prostate to heal from inflammation.
Second, the blue light from the screen.
It can trick your brain, lowering the production of melatonin, which is the sleep hormone. Without deep, restorative sleep, your body can't activate its natural healing mechanisms to soothe the prostate. It's really a double whammy. In my practice, I see many men with nighttime complaints who admit to using screens late at night. They don't realize that each hour of screen time is an hour less of recovery for their prostate. The solution is to create a screen-free zone before bed. Turn off all devices at least 30 minutes before you go to sleep. Swap the screen for a book, some light stretches, or perhaps some deep breathing exercises. This will calm your nervous system and create the ideal environment for nighttime healing. If you thought relaxing quietly was harmless, just wait until the next one. A common digestive issue could be compressing your prostate every night, and you probably don't even suspect it. Now, let's move on to the third habit, one that works from the inside, and that many people simply overlook: going to bed with a backed-up bowel. It might seem like a digestive issue, but its impact on your prostate is direct, and it happens every night. Imagine your colon, when it's full, constantly pressing on nearby organs. Your bladder and prostate can really suffer from this continuous squeezing. This mechanical pressure creates a false sensation of a full bladder, making you wake up to urinate, even if there's very little fluid there. And as we've already discussed, every time your sleep is interrupted, the nighttime healing process is sabotaged. But the damage can go even deeper than that. Chronic constipation can also compress the delicate blood vessels in the area, reducing circulation. Think about it. Less blood means less oxygen and fewer nutrients reaching your prostate to help fight inflammation. The solution really starts during the day, not at night. Increase your fiber intake with green vegetables, fruits like papaya and prunes, and whole grains. Remember to hydrate well during the day to help the fiber do its job, but cut back on fluids at night. A helpful trick is to take a light walk after dinner to stimulate digestion. If regularity is a challenge for you, be sure to talk to your doctor. A well-functioning bowel relieves this internal pressure, leading to fewer trips to the bathroom and a better environment for your prostate to recover.
I'm so glad you're still with me.
It really shows your commitment to your health. Now brace yourself, because the next habit is a split-second action that many people skip, but it can cause a whole night of trouble, putting unnecessary pressure on your prostate. Want to know what it is? I'll reveal it right now. We've reached habit number 4, not fully emptying your bladder before bed. You might think, well, I don't feel a strong urge, so I'll just go in the morning. But this common mistake can silently harm your prostate more than you realize. When you skip that last trip to the bathroom, a small amount of urine almost always remains. For older men, particularly those with an enlarged prostate, this residual urine can cause some real issues. It adds constant pressure on the bladder and prostate throughout the night, causing irritation, inflammation, and making you wake up more often. Plus, holding urine for hours can increase the risk of urinary tract infections, as stagnant urine becomes a breeding ground for bacteria, which can worsen and complicate urinary issues. Over time, ignoring this step can increase the likelihood of feeling like you can't completely empty your bladder, which not only causes discomfort and disrupts sleep, but also prevents your body from recovering properly at night. The solution is simple, but very effective. Build a consistent routine of using the bathroom before bed. Even if you don't feel a strong urge, take a few minutes, sit down, relax, and breathe deeply to give your bladder a chance to release any remaining urine. This small action can significantly reduce nighttime urination and help you enjoy deeper, truly restful sleep. My dear friends, if you're still with me, it's a clear sign that you take your health seriously, and I'm immensely grateful for that. Let's keep going on this journey together. Even with an empty bladder, there's another factor that can sabotage your rest and inflame your prostate: late-night snacks. We've reached habit number 5, eating salty snacks at night, the silent culprit. Those chips, crackers, or deli meats might seem comforting, but few people realize that salty foods late at night can irritate the prostate while you sleep. When you consume salt, your body retains more water. This increases pressure on the bladder and prostate, making you feel the urge to urinate and wake up multiple times. And every time you wake up, you interrupt those deep sleep phases, which are critical moments when inflammation is being fought. Plus, a high-sodium diet can raise blood pressure, which impairs blood flow in the pelvic area. When oxygen-rich blood doesn't reach the prostate adequately, its ability to heal is compromised. Many people have this habit without even noticing it. Some chips, deli meats, or even a soup can contain more sodium than you'd expect, creating a hidden burden for your urinary health. The solution isn't to eliminate snacks altogether, but to make some smart swaps. Opt for light, low-sodium, anti-inflammatory foods like pumpkin seeds, bananas, or a bit of plain yogurt. These are easy to digest and they support good sleep. Make it a habit to read labels. Many products hide sodium levels that you wouldn't expect. Remember, the damage from salt is cumulative, but you can reverse this trend with some small changes starting today. Yet, even with the right diet, there's one final factor that can press on your prostate all night long: your sleeping position. It's a habit you maintain without ever questioning it. Habit number 6. Sleeping on your stomach. It's often an unconscious habit that can cause long-term damage to your prostate. Sleep posture is something that few people pay attention to, but it can have a profound impact on your health, especially if you regularly sleep face down. For men who are already dealing with an enlarged prostate, this silent habit can worsen inflammation and pressure in the pelvic region. When you lie on your stomach, your body's weight presses on your lower abdomen, including the bladder and prostate. This mechanical pressure compresses blood vessels and reduces circulation, which is essential for the prostate tissue to receive the oxygen and nutrients it needs to heal. At the same time, this prolonged pressure can trigger nighttime urgency, making you wake up multiple times. Plus, sleeping on your stomach can lead to spinal misalignment and stiffness in the hips and pelvic floor, areas that are directly linked to urinary function. Over time, this can affect not only your sleep quality, but also cause symptoms like hesitation when urinating, interrupted flow, and a feeling of incomplete emptying. The good news is that you can absolutely change your posture to support your prostate. Sleeping on your side, especially the left side, can help improve circulation. Placing a small pillow between your knees can help maintain pelvic alignment and reduce reduce pressure. If you tend to roll over unconsciously, try using a body pillow as a barrier. Sleep is when your body heals, and the right posture not only allows for deeper rest, but it also creates the ideal conditions for your prostate to relax and recover. However, sometimes it's not your body, but your mind that prevents recovery. In the next part, we'll talk about the invisible factor that has the biggest impact on your sleep and prostate health. We've reached the seventh and most critical habit, going to bed stressed.
It's the invisible enemy of your sleep and your prostate.
The worst habit you can have before bed isn't about what you eat, drink, or how you lie down. It's about your mental state. Many people don't realize that going to bed with a mind full of stress and worry triggers a chain reaction of harmful effects, especially on the prostate. When you're stressed, your sympathetic nervous system is activated, your body's fight-or-flight mode. This increases your heart rate, constricts blood vessels, and raises cortisol levels, which is the stress hormone. Cortisol doesn't just cause insomnia, it also amplifies inflammation throughout the body, including prostate inflammation. In the long run, chronic stress weakens the immune system and disrupts hormonal balance, potentially leading to low testosterone, which can contribute to prostate enlargement. Most concerning, many older men go to bed carrying the weight of worries about their health, finances, or family, preventing their bodies from truly resting. The good news is that you can break this vicious cycle with some very simple actions. Just a few minutes of deep breathing, listening to calming music, or journaling your thoughts before bed can soothe the nervous system and guide your body into deeper rest. With a moment of inner peace, your prostate will have the ideal conditions to begin its nighttime healing. Stress is an invisible enemy, but its consequences are very real. Fortunately, you can take control, step by step, starting today. Now that you know the 7 habits that seem small but have a powerful impact on your prostate health, it's time to talk about what matters even more, turning this awareness into consistent daily action. That's exactly what I want to help you with in the final part that follows. That's why I want to share something that I've been recommending to my patients and that has shown some truly groundbreaking results. It's a simple 15-second masculine ritual that you do before bed, and it has demonstrated impressive results in reducing prostate swelling and relieving the most frustrating symptoms, like constant dribbling and bathroom urgency, in just a few weeks. The beauty of this method is that it works naturally, without the need for expensive medications that, as we know, often come with a long list of unwanted side effects. Unfortunately, natural and effective solutions like this rarely get the spotlight, as they don't generate the same profits for the pharmaceutical industry. So, if you're truly frustrated by not getting a full night's sleep or you feel embarrassed by constant trips to the bathroom, I've left a short video presentation that explains exactly how this ritual works. The link is pinned in the first comment below this video. And now, let's wrap up with the key points from today so you can move from awareness to action, improving your prostate health naturally and sustainably. Remember, small changes can make a huge difference. You've learned about the 7 nighttime habits that can silently worsen prostate symptoms, habits that most men don't even consider. These aren't just random tips, they're practical lessons drawn from my experience with thousands of patients over 60 who applied these changes and saw real improvement. All it takes is gradually adjusting these habits, from when you drink water to screen use, late-night snacks and sleep posture, all the way to your mental relaxation routine. By doing so, your body will finally have the chance to heal naturally. Your bladder will be relieved of pressure, and your prostate can begin to de-inflame and recover effectively during the night.
You don't need to change everything all at once.
The most important thing is to understand what affects you and make small, consistent changes that fit your lifestyle. With patience and commitment, your body will respond positively in ways you might not expect. But even with all this understanding, there's one final factor that determines whether your health will truly improve. Are you ready to commit to yourself and your recovery journey starting today? Let me close with this thought. Your health is a gift, and you deserve to protect it. I always tell my patients that your body doesn't demand perfection, just consistent care. You don't need a drastic overnight change. You just need to make one positive, intentional choice every day. And little by little, recovery will come naturally and lastingly. If you stayed with me until the end, it means you truly care about your health, and that alone is a gigantic step. I hope today's video has not only helped you understand more about your prostate, but has also inspired you to take charge of your well-being, night after night, with every decision you make. If you want to continue this journey with me, please subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications to catch our new weekly videos, where I'll keep sharing practical, science-based tips tailored for men over 60. Thank you so much for watching. I wish you great health, deep sleep, and the energy of a body that's recovering.